I don't cross borders anymore.
The records find you.
Yeah.
The only person who wants a Kamaru vinyl is a Kamaru fan.
No, music has no borders.
When did your love for music start?
My eldest brother used to have a record player, but it was almost entirely hidden.
What was your DJ name?
Makul, around the Murima. Every other lady was looking for me. Then there came HIV. When there came cassettes, I joined the bandwagon. There was this problem of piracy. Imagine Susan distributed her first CDs, like today. That night, she boarded a bus to Kissungu. The first hawker she met was selling a bootleg cassette of the same original she had left in Nairobi, Anamuuzia.
Jimmy Rugami, vinyl collector, a music archivist who spent decades traveling across Africa, chasing records that tell the story of a continent through sound. It's about business, obsession, culture, and not your average music shop owner.
One particular couple from Bolivia had planned that their honeymoon they would be going to Egypt. The last 2 days they spent at the shop, just for vinyl.
That's why you call it a vinyl madness. Hey, Jimmy, it is absolutely wonderful to have you with us at the Nitpicker podcast.
Well, if I'm relevant, I like it.
You're super relevant. I mean, I'm looking at these. The last time I saw an LP was, I don't know, if I say it, people will know my age. This is what you call an LP, a long
playing record.
Yeah.
And it's a shame if you don't have any.
Wow. This is Manu Dibango.
The guy from Cameroon.
From Cameroon. Swahili hits. Bozi. These was, I only remember them because they used to come to do whatever's in Kenya, concerts. Boziana. And then this is the beautiful one. I mean, this is
jazz.
But it's jazz, but it's a book at the same time. Yeah? This is a vinyl, what you call a vinyl record. What is vinyl? What is this madness you talk about? A unique madness. What is vinyl madness?
Remember, it's not been there for a long time.
Yeah.
This Renaissance has started like 12, 13 years ago.
Okay.
That's when things have picked up. Imagine vinyl has oversold CDs the last 4 years.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What you're calling a renaissance, people wanting vinyl.
Yeah.
What triggered it? Is it people want to go back to old school? Is it a sound quality thing? What is it?
I wouldn't really say it because I can only talk about myself.
Talk about yourself.
Well, the reason personally I got stuck in vinyl is the question of knowing I'm playing original stuff, not pirated. Beyond that, the sound of vinyl is super rich. You should know that.
You're saying you're playing also for you. It was a validation that this is the money. Yeah, it's authentic, and the money that you're taking from the vinyl.
There's no bootleg at all in vinyl. But of course, there are some people who are doing those silly things, especially in Colombia.
What are those silly things, Jimmy?
Well,
sema ikutoke.
Dubbing or pressing. Let's say, like, look at this. This is Joseph Kamaru. They buy a record like that one.
Yeah.
Just one. Wanaenda the northern city of Barranquilla. It's a piracy capital. They press those records and sell, and they don't indicate it is Kamaru. They indicate some other names. Even the name of the track is given a different name. No.
To what benefit? So Barranquilla is where? In the country of Colombia?
Yeah.
So this place has become famous for being able to dub. Like
what Philippines was when it got around the time of cassettes. It was the piracy, whatever, capital of the
Philippines?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But when you say that somebody takes a Kamaru, music, puts it on another vinyl, and then sells it, but to what benefit? How does it benefit? Because I would imagine, Jimmy, the only person who wants a Kamaru vinyl is a Kamaru fan.
No. Music has no borders. You listen to, if you're a good lover of music, you don't have to listen to music that you understand. No. So far as you like, let's say, like, personally, I love jazz, especially African jazz. Whatever Manu Dibango is saying in that track, I have no idea.
That is true.
But I like it.
Yes. You like the genre. You like yes.
Kikuyu music, rather, Benga music is very, very popular all over the world.
What is Benga?
Benga is a genre that started in Eastern DRC.
Yeah.
This fast-paced whatever guitar works.
Yes.
It's all over Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, rather whole of East Africa. It's far south as Zimbabwe.
What year did it start around?
If I'm not wrong, it started in the early 50s.
Yeah. Yeah. So pre-independence.
Yeah, pre-independence.
Yeah. And so what did you call? So is that what's the one that with the Bozo, Bozia, the Manu Dibango?
Manu Dibango is African jazz. Boziana is Ficus.
Yes.
There are many genres.
Yeah. And you just grew to love them.
Okay.
When did your love for music start?
I don't think I have an idea, but I would say my eldest brother used to have a record player, but it was almost entirely hidden.
Did it look like this?
No. It's the ones that were manufactured in the 50s. You see, this is not a record player.
Yeah.
But that's a record player.
Uh-huh.
That and this are different, whatever.
Yes. So he had a record player, well, bigger than this,
bigger
essentially.
Than this. The ones, the first one, whatever.
Because some of us, like I've got some people here who are quite young who do not know, maybe even just what are we looking at here? Me, I know, but I don't want to tell you my age. But there's some fairly young people who are like, "What is these things to get? What is this?"
Well, first of all, I guess you should start with this one.
Yes.
This, you see, music was there even time immemorial.
Yeah.
But you see, there was music in, let's say, circumcision rites, wedding, whatever, wall songs.
Yes.
But now, recording music for commercial purposes started in 1877. That is when they made this gramophone.
Yeah.
It's called a gramophone. And the material used in making its records is not vinyl. It's shellac. It's called shellac.
Shellac came from where?
Shellac came from somewhere in the Orient. I'm not very sure.
Okay.
And surprisingly, I read somewhere it's a product. It's feces of some animal.
Okay.
Or bird. I don't remember.
Okay.
It actually breaks like a biscuit if you happen to drop it.
Yes.
And there are not many these days. I think I have less than 500.
So somebody somewhere was sitting and said, "This crap that has come from this animal, I can be able to record music. Just listen to this."
It's very interesting.
Isn't it? How does somebody say, look at something, a byproduct, and say, here, I can be able to save music on it. And this is like in the 19th century.
Yeah. You can't really say. But it was like, I would say that this person, even whoever designed this, shouldn't have had a problem upstairs. You see, how do you even think about it? It's not something you have seen. Let's say you have seen like something like this, and you want to improve.
Yeah.
How did that idea came? A genius or something?
So 1887 first. So this is called
a gramophone.
A gramophone. So it was the first historical record of producing music.
Playing music.
Playing, I beg your pardon.
Playing music.
Yes. Storing music. Playing stored music.
Yes. Playing stored music. Yes.
Yeah.
That is when they commercialized music.
Yeah. So we fast forward. So now they've moved from shellac to vinyl. Yeah.
This should be, if I'm not wrong, 1929. Because we have records that were manufactured in the 1930s. And they are still in good condition.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
From 1930?
39. I guess I have some even that were manufactured much earlier. Like classical music, this music that comes from Vienna. Yeah. I have some that were manufactured. Should be even early 20s.
Wow. And by this time now they had moved to, when did this record come? This record player? Because now we've moved from a gramophone to this. This is a needle. What do you call this? A stylus. What do you call this?
Stylus.
Yeah.
The tip.
Yeah.
This tip.
Yeah.
It's diamond shape. It's diamond, whatever, tipped.
Diamond.
Tipped.
Uh-huh.
The one that reads the micro grooves.
And in the micro grooves, the music is stored.
That's where the music's stored. Yes. I have no idea how.
Yes. That's up on the Inaisha for you at least. Yeah. But you're saying that the sound quality is very good.
You see, you can't compare it with any other sound. If you're playing using the correct equipment, let's say you've wired this sound bagger to a good amplifier, those Zakitambo, not these ones of these days. Yeah. You listen to every instrument that was used in playing that music. Yes. The recording is super. You can't compare it with anything else.
And you became passionate about it somewhere along the way. What dragged you in?
Beleni, I first of all started a small music shop in Meru town. I had followed my brothers who were they were mostly selling clothes.
10 siblings, you said you were 10 children.
We were 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, my older brothers were selling clothes over there. And when I left high school, I had no other way of, I guess I didn't like looking for a job. Now, once I moved there, I decided, no. Everybody is doing the same thing. I think I need to do something that is not being done by everybody.
Mm. Were your brothers in Meru?
Yeah, we were 4 in Meru.
Okay.
And I was the youngest.
Okay.
So I moved around and found that there was only one record shop which was doing quite well. Mm. I said, this is my business. So I coaxed my brother. I coaxed him. He agreed to lend me his record player. And I sold all other stuff that I had and came to Nairobi, bought my merchandise and went back. Remember that's when we were using the Nanyuki routes with the OTC bus.
Mm. This is what, 70s now?
No. 83.
Okay.
In actual fact, I started the shop in 1984.
In Meru town?
In Meru.
Yes. So you've come to Nairobi, you've bought stock?
Yes.
The stock being what now? Records?
Records.
What kind of record? Kenyan music?
I bought everything.
Mm-hmm.
Including soul, American music. But later on, I found over there, people are mostly interested in Lingala, the Congolese rumba, and mostly Kikuyu, and a lot of country music. So I improved slowly.
Yes.
On the way, whatever. What people are interested
the local
in
tastes, yeah. Were you DJing at the time as well, or were you just selling music?
I started much later.
Yeah.
Because I was being invited to parties to go and play the kind of music I used to play in the show.
Because now you're playing your stock, essentially. Yes. You're using your stock to play.
Yes. So in 1986, I bought a scooter, a small motorbike. And I could use it now going for those gigs with a small DJ equipment. It used to be called, let's say, like homes, wedding parties. And I started living on the fast lane.
What was your DJ name? DJ who?
Makbul.
And where did Makbul come from?
Makbul,
it sounds like there's a story behind that.
Makbul came from, my dad's name is Ndegwa. That is Bull. Some started calling me son of Bull, son of Ndegwa. I don't know who cooked that name. I have never asked myself that question. where did MC Makbul came from?
Yes,
I've never asked myself that question.
Yes.
So I used to move. I started actually during the weekends. One time, the first time I was invited in Isiolo for a night out. I didn't know it could be that lucrative. Because they booked me every Friday, and they could come and pick me and bring me back to Meru. So one time, some soldiers found me playing, and they liked whatever I was playing. Next weekend, they came to that club and literally grabbed me. The management tried to stop them in vain. I had to go to the barracks. And they assured me I'll be safe. They will take good care of me, and they will pay me better. But okay. Eventually, places like Nanyuki, Nyeri, around the mountain, around the Mulima, Karatina, Embu, blah, blah, blah.
DJ Makbul was the guy operating the mountain.
Okay, we were several, but I guess I was popular because of having African music and country music, which is what is normally played around the Mulima. Kenyatta can be my witness. I did it for some time, and then there came an epidemic. I'll say this in front of my daughter. You see, DJs are like, ladies are like mods when there is light. So every other lady was looking for me. Then there came HIV. 1988, I decided, no, this is not the kind of life I would like to live anymore. Living on the fast lane is very dangerous. And I had a young family. That's when I decided now to forget about everything about this stuff. I'll have to stop DJing whatsoever. I kind of threw away my cameras, my scooter motorbike, and shifted to Nairobi.
So you had cameras by this time. So you were selling music, and DJing at night.
And photography.
And photography. DJ Makbul / photographer / sales guy.
A jack of all trades.
A jack of all trades.
But mainly records and restoration of players, which we still do even today.
Okay. All right. So now you'd learned how to repair them.
Yes.
Okay.
Initially, the first shop we started with a certain guy from Ndaiga. His name was Peter. He was a fundi. So I was exploiting the fact that I have a fundi here who, if I have a problem with my equipment, I won't go somewhere else taking my equipment to some fundi. It's being repaired at the shop. That's how I learned it from him.
Yeah. So you abandoned, so now you've got the skills to repair. You're like, you know what? Meru, it's been real.
I was running away from that kind of life.
Yes.
And I had to. I had a very young family.
Yes.
And I had brought them to Katanga home. No, to my Katanga home.
Yeah, in Murang'a County now.
Murang'a County. Now, to escape such a scene, you have to kind of fight. You get me?
No, I don't. What do you mean by fight? Fight who? Demons? Fight
fight the urge.
There we go.
To go ahead. So the best thing was to move away from the scene completely.
Okay.
That's when I decided I have to come to Nairobi.
Yes.
And I started my first shop at Kenyatta Market, where I'm still stuck.
How did you choose Kenyatta Market? Because now you've come to Katanga, you've left Meru, you've got a very good reputation. In terms of people know you've got good music, you've got a great DJ, cameraman, fixer, everything. You're starting from scratch. You looked in the whole of Nairobi. Why not River Road? Why Kenyatta Market?
First thing, there was the question of rent. Paying for the rent for the shop.
Yeah.
And I knew a certain guy who used to work at Kenyatta Market. So once I visited him, I talked about it with him, and he told me, why not? This place is much cheaper. In fact, my first rent in 1989 was just 900 shillings monthly.
Oh. And who used to come to shop in Kenyatta Market? I mean, I've always known Kenyatta Market as a place for salons. In the 90s, that's where people used to go to do hair.
One thing I guess you should know is that there are people who have always avoided going to the CBD. Beyond that, even at Kenyatta Market, there was no other music shop. There was no other music shop. And nobody was selling records. How they came to know about me and started following me, I can't really see. But you see, music is kind of contagious. There are people who actually bought record players just because they found me with records which had almost gone extinct.
Yes. So by this time, you've realized that you still have your old stock.
And you see, when record shops, when there came cassettes, almost everybody moved to cassettes.
For portability, they were easy to move around.
When people moved to cassettes, there were people who had shops all over Riverwood selling records, and now they have shifted to cassettes. So now I could buy records at much cheaper prices from the closing down shops.
I see.
The reason why I was buying them, I really don't know, because I could go to, let's say, a Kamaru shop and ask around whether there are any records. Now they've been piled at the back there.
This is Joseph Kamaru?
Joseph Kamaru. And I go and choose what I think is interesting. That's when I started amassing records.
Joseph Kamaru had a shop?
Yeah. Almost every other artist had shops. I guess almost, I don't think there are artists who didn't have shops.
Were they selling only their own music?
No,
or they were selling everybody else's music?
Everybody.
Is there a reason why the artists were also retailers?
See, most of the musicians I'm talking about is the Benga artists, mostly the Kikuyu people and the Luo and some Kambas. To make more money, he could sell his music and distribute for others. And anyway, that's how I started collecting records. When cassettes came, I joined the bandwagon. But after, I guess this was when, 1993, 94, I found there was this problem of piracy. You never knew whether the cassettes you are selling are benefiting the artists or they were dubbed. You see, in River Road, you could produce a cassette today, somebody else would purchase, go make copies, and actually print the covers exactly like yours. So one time there was a fight between artists along what do we call the street? Kombo Munyere. I don't like mentioning names, but one particular guy was saying he produced his first cassettes, 100 copies that day. How did it happen to be at another person's shop the same evening?
He's produced the music in the morning.
Yes.
By
he has not been distributed to other places.
They're still in his bag.
They are still in his bag. So I think an employee stole just one. He took it to the other guy who went now on a dubbing spree and printing.
And how did they used to dub? They would just, you'd have your main tape and then you'd have, how was the dubbing happening?
Dubbing, The first
Because
dubbing,
that's an old word.
the first dubbing machine
Yes.
had a master copy
Yes.
and 3 slaves. But that was very slow. You could, let's say, copy one. If it's a 90-minute cassette, it could take the whole 90 minutes. But there came others that you place a master here and 40 slaves, 40. And it moves at supersonic speed. In, let's say, like 1 minute, you have those 40 copies ready. So it's a mass production. Get me? Now, when I saw that fight, I thought about it. How do I even know? You see, it's even stamped with a stamp like the first one. I found it not interesting. I just wondered, how now? How do I know whether this is benefiting the artist or not? Remember, most artists, like I could say somebody like Peter Kigia. Peter Kigia had a very, very busy shop. You see, he's an artist, and he's operating a music shop. Those guys could go to the bank like 3 or 4 times, banking. They were making real money. Now, when there came this problem of dubbing, they became disoriented.
Yeah. Because you've produced music.
Yes.
And
other people are
and all I have to do is just buy 1 tape.
Just 1 tape.
And I can go and reproduce it.
Yes.
Then you see people, oh my goodness, and can be distributed now across Kenya.
Yes. Imagine one case which is it was very, very disheartening. This is during CD's time. This lady who did Kissungu 100.
What's her name? Susan
Owiyo.
Oh, yes.
Imagine Susan distributed her first CDs, like today. That night, she boarded a bus to Kissungu. The first hawker she met was selling a bootleg cassette of the same original she had left in Nairobi. Anamuuzia.
Her own music.
Her own music. And it's not original. You see how piracy killed musicians?
Yes.
Can you imagine what she felt?
Oh my word.
She distributed today morning, board the bus to Kissungu. In the morning, the first hawker, Kissungu 100, Kissungu 100, that was the title of the CD. That is killing a musician. That is why most musicians who started recording cassettes and CDs, most of them, even today, don't live how you could have expected because of that piracy.
So it's something that you're very passionate about, and that's what you're saying, that's why you've always loved vinyl, because you know you're dealing with the artist.
Authentic. I'm benefiting the artist.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yes, I get it.
Musicians of today, or rather, many musicians today can only get money through gigs, not sale of their merchandise.
Yeah.
You hear these fights that are all over with the Music Copyright Society of Kenya.
Yeah.
The artists are always complaining they are not getting what they are supposed to be given.
Yeah.
It is real. You expect a good musician, a talented musician to live very well. In actual fact, musicians of today who are living well are Mugithi musicians who are not doing their own work.
Yes, they're doing covers.
They are doing renditions of other people's music, and they don't pay.
But they get their money from live gigs.
Live gigs. They are the ones who are getting real money.
Wow.
You are doing other people's stuff,
yes,
and you are benefiting from it more than the original artist.
Yes, Yeah. So Jimmy, vinyl, the collection that you've had, you've told us a story you went to. How many records do you have today, by the way, would you say, in stock?
It should be something like, it's tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands of these?
Yes.
And how far across Kenya, beyond Kenya's borders, have you gone to get these?
Well, before there came this social media, I had to move a lot. And you see, you can only find records in, let's say, small towns here and there, so you have to travel overland.
Yes.
I have happened to go to Eastern DRC. That was 2011, Lubumbashi. I intended to go all the way to Kinshasa, but somebody told me, don't try. It's not really, you might not be lucky. And even the means of transport over there is very poor. You have to go by barge. So I came back, but I came with quite a good number of records.
How do you know? How do you know that if I go to Eastern DRC, there's somebody there who's selling? You by faith, by how?
Bounty hunting is it's like instinctive.
Yes.
I only need to carry one record around and start moving around. Beyond that, you know very well, those people who can inform you there were records in a certain home, there are fundis. So you go asking for who is the oldest fundi wa radio. Kimpata, anakwambia yes, I used to repair for this family, I used to repair for that family, such stuff. Even if you go to, I've been to Hawassa, central Ethiopia. And just because of carrying one, you see over there, there's a question of language barrier.
Yes.
But once they see me carrying this, I want this, they'll tell you that there are some.
So the furthest north you've been to look for records?
Is Hawassa.
Hawassa, Ethiopia. Furthest.
It's not really far.
Yeah.
No, it's not really far. It's just like.
And you went by road?
Of course, by road. It's like 200 or between 200 and 250 kilometers from where I live.
Yeah, that's 250 kilometers here to Mtito. And you cross the border.
Of course. I've gone much longer distances.
What's the farthest you've been?
The farthest I've been looking for records is Namibia. There's a small town at the Atlantic coast. If the name I'm not wrong is Swakopmund or something like that. But over there, I had been informed by a certain person who used to work at Kenyan embassy in Namibia, that there's a lady who used to distribute music, and she had lots of records in her house, and then she wanted to dispose. So I just started my journey.
How do you get to Namibia? No, seriously, how do you get to Namibia? So you start where? You start where in Nairobi?
So you start in Nairobi, get to Dar es Salaam, board Tazara Railway.
That's a Tanzania-Zambia railway.
Yes.
You go to Dar, Panda the railway.
Lusaka.
How long does that take? A day, 2 days?
Okay, I spent a lot of time on my way. I spent a lot of time in Mbeya and Iringa, southern Ethiopia.
Tanzania. Southern Tanzania.
Southern Tanzania.
Yes.
And then I bordered with the whatever. I stopped at across the border. There's a town called Dola, the Copper Belt area.
Yes.
And then from there, I didn't stop anywhere else. Wherever I was stopping, I was inquiring about records. But you see, I couldn't pay a leave. So on my way back, that is when from Lusaka all the way to the coast of Namibia, you can only travel safely by train. And those are reliable trains, not like the Tazara one.
So there's a train from Zambia to Namibia.
Yeah.
Do they share a border?
Yeah, they share.
Okay. So you're going with dollars, or I mean, are you going with local currency? You're going with dollars.
Yes, it is strictly dollars. Apart from Tanzania, Tanzanians are not. They don't mind taking Kenyan money. In actual fact, they love it. But now that was a very scary trip because yes, I found the home. Because I had been given even the address and the number for that lady. And I had informed her that I would be on my way. You see, there were no mobile phones.
What year was this? 90s?
Not 19, 20. Am I very sure, really? 2017 or something like that. And I didn't want anybody to know where I'm going because I knew they would discourage me. So I went all the way to the lady's house and started now. She had massive records. Very clean, all genre, including very, very good African music. In fact, I had started wondering now, where do I get this kind of money?
This is a local Namibian or
all of African music.
Yes.
She has a lot of African music.
Yes.
She was the main distributor in Namibia.
Okay.
When I started now checking out the records, like after like 30 minutes, two guys came in. Wazungu. Very, very racist. Was
the lady a Mzungu as well?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a Mzungu as well. She was a German. These Wazungus, they came from across the border in South Africa. They had a Land Rover. So they started bickering with this lady in a language I couldn't understand, while pointing at me. The lady told me, these guys don't want you to pick any record. They are insisting they are the ones who will buy all records. There is no way you are taking anything north to Nairobi. So I asked her, really? We had talked. Why don't they allow me at least to take something like just 1,000? She said, they said, even 200. None at all. When I kind of tried to speak to them in English, that's when they became furious and told me, no, you're not taking anything. And one of them showed me a pistol. So I just left.
Who are they? And why didn't they want you to take records? I mean, this is not gold or anything.
I think what there is that they were hunters like myself. And the worst thing about them is that they were racists. Because why would you do such a thing to a human like you? But you've had, I've traveled all the way from Nairobi, like a trip of taking like down south. I think I took 6 days or something. And you want me to go back just empty-handed?
Maybe they were not racist. Maybe they were just greedy guys.
That's not being greedy. There is also that issue of being racist. The way they were menacingly looking at me, I could see, no. And why would you show me a gun?
Because we want to keep these things. These are our things. Yeah. As we were here first.
So I just came back and...
So you came back empty-handed?
No, I was lucky. The person I had given instructions to look for records for me in Dola.
Yeah. Dola, Zambia now.
Northern Zambia. Just near the Tanzanian border.
Yeah.
I found her. I found that he had located somebody who used to do who used to distribute music there. Dola was a very, very rich part of the country because of the copper.
Yeah.
So there was very, very good records. In fact, I picked from Dola more than 500 good albums of mostly African music, and I picked some in Arusha.
So it wasn't a wasted trip.
No, it was not.
And your passport has a stamp for Namibia.
I actually threw it away.
Really?
I didn't use it. I was using traveling as an African in Africa. It's simple. It's not your kind of passport you're talking about.
Those travel papers.
That's East African whatever. East African whatever passport. Just as one A4 paper. Once you have money, you just talk to the makanga of the train.
Yes.
At the border crossing, you just talk to a certain soldier
and you pass.
And you pass.
Actually, I hadn't even thought about it. How does everybody in the train, because the train crosses the border.
Yeah, it crosses the border.
But I'm sure, does it stop at the border?
Yeah, there's the stopping place, but you don't have to move out of the train. The customs people are the ones who come stamping for you the whatever. But once the makanga of the train talks to the whatever, they just ignore me.
Traveling as an African.
In Africa, it's simple.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'm not very sure about the northern part of it. I know about the southern part of it.
So Namibia is as far west as you've traveled. Have you ever gone to South Africa?
No. I actually stopped traveling kabisa when there came the social media. When social media came, I don't cross borders anymore. And actually I could say I don't travel looking for records.
Why?
I'm also in the social media and they know what I'm doing.
I see. So now the records find you.
Yeah.
Aha. Because now you've gotten a reputation, a name, a brand.
Yes.
What's the brand you're known as?
They call me Real Vinyl Guru.
So from DJ Makbul to the Real Vinyl Guru. Real as in not fake, not made in Colombia.
Real.
The real deal.
Vinyl Guru. That name was coined by one of my cousins. Her name is Njoki. Njoki Mwaruba. He's a resident of the US. Yeah. She's the one who actually boxed me. I was reluctant in joining social media. She could kind of beat me up. I think she's around 55 now, much younger than I am.
What has social media done for you?
Exposure. Now, you know your dad used to have records. And maybe he passed on or something. They are still lying somewhere in the house. Where can I sell this stuff? You go to the social media. Once, let's talk about in Kenya. You type vinyl. It brings our shop up immediately. Amazing. Buyers find us through that social media. Sellers, guys with faulty whatever record players find us through social media.
Did you thank Jockey?
I did it beyond how you can
And who are these buyers? It's very elite. It seems like a very, very niche.
I would say
niche group of collectors. Yeah.
First of all, our clients, like over 60%. If I'm not wrong, Nelly, 60% is outsiders.
Outside where? Outside Kenya?
Outside Kenya. And there's no age group. We have customers. I have one particular customer, a young customer, a college lady who started coming to my shop like over 10 years ago. And she used to come all the way from Kisii. She didn't have a record player. What she was buying are records. She was buying records and saying, most likely, by the time I buy myself a record player, this particular record will be hard to find.
She started collecting in advance.
Collecting.
A young lady.
She was in college around that time. Right. She piled, I think, something like beyond 60 LPs and some. I sold her a record player much later, like over 10 years. She had just been piling, and she's not the only one. There are more people who do that. A lot of them. They know record players will always be there because they are being manufactured. But now, African music, nobody is pressing anymore. You see? So,
and by pressing, you mean pressing the music into that?
Into vinyl. So a lot of people have that idea. Most likely, I won't find this record the moment I have be having whatever. Why not just buy it and keep it somewhere?
Wow.
Vinyl lovers are that mad.
That's incredible. And these 60 who are outside of Kenya, they're where typically?
Well, we ship records to all parts of the world.
So people find you on socials.
Yes.
They can see you've got Manu Dibango or whoever.
And
they order.
They order. They pay even the whatever the shipment.
Shipping.
Yes.
You put it on DHL.
DHL or United States Postal Services. And you send. Okay, it's not that much DHLing, but people who come to the shop are so many expertise. You won't be surprised. Somebody knows that he will get vinyl records in Kenyatta Market, and she or he is from, let's say, particularly I will talk about one guy who came all the way from Iceland. He paid for his hotel.
Jimmy, are you serious?
I'm serious. I can even give you the name and the address. He took like, I think it was something like 4 days, coming to the shop every day, like 2 hours or 3 hours, touring here and there, and piling his music. And you would be surprised. Most of them come looking for African music. Those outsiders come looking for African music. You see, when it comes to other genres, they'll find them less in their countries. You can imagine somebody asking for Benga music from Alice Springs in Northern Australia, and they are very passionate. One particular couple, a newly married couple, from Bolivia, the other side of the world, had planned that the honeymoon, they would be going to Egypt. How they came to know about us, I don't know. They changed their honeymoon location. They came, Eka was new, Eka Hotel, Mombasa Road. They dumped their whatever, their mizigos, and they were brought to Kenyatta Market by taxi. With that jet lag, can you imagine? It's like they were worried now. Will we really find? Once they came and saw the shop, now they got sure. They went back to the hotel. They came the following morning and asked me what are the best touring destinations.
Now that comes after the fact. You are the main attraction.
I'm there. And
now from there, they can now figure out what they want to do.
And they want me to choose for them the places. Can you imagine? The first place I sent them to is near your place, Mount Kenya Safari Club. I think it took like 10 days touring. Now, the last 2 days they spent at the shop. We damaged their wallets, literally. But they went home very, very happy. Very, very happy. You can imagine somebody. Vinyl is, lovers are like mad, sort of. You have decided your honeymoon will be in Egypt. You find somebody selling African music in Kenya, and you change everything. Is it not madness?
It is. And you're from Bolivia, South America.
South America. In actual fact, Bolivia is on the Pacific side. Yeah. It's on the Pacific side of South. So it's a question of maybe traveling to, first of all, to Mexico, then the US, then to Heathrow, then to Nairobi.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Just for vinyl.
That's why you call it a vinyl madness.
Yeah, it's kind of. Because lovers of vinyl will spend everything. Like myself, if I find some vinyl records that I think will be good for me, especially African, let's say in an auction shop, I will bind the highest to end up with them. Because I know there are some very special records. Like, let's say, my part, the ones that I've reserved for myself and my family. There are some that would be very, very hard to find in clean condition. And I can buy one record. If I mean this is good for our family, I can buy it even over 20,000.
One record?
Just one album, like whatever you're holding. But very, very special records, which I know are not everywhere. And most of them, they must be not, not westernized. Authentic African music, especially the ones that are played using traditional instruments. Nyatiti, Orutu, those ones. If it's in good condition and it's a long playing record, I can cough anything to end up with it. One thing I'm sure is that in, let's say, like 20 or maybe even 100 years, it will be very, very valuable, such that one can even steal by force.
By force, by fire.
Yeah. But I know their children will be happy about those kind of stuff.
Great stuff.
And they will say, Guka did it for us.
Amen.
About Record Store Day. What is that?
Record Store Day is celebrated all over the world. All over the world by, okay, it's a global event. So 26, when was our first Record Store Day? We did the 7th this year. So when I found that there is something like that happens all over the world, I decided, why not even me?
What is a Record Store Day?
There are actually 2 Record Store Days. One is just called Record Store Day. There's another one that is called Colored Record Store Day. Colored, there are some records that are not black. They are in other colors. So on Record Store Day, it's celebrated by, let's say, you have a set of DJs. And of course, you look for an artist who did his music in vinyl. You invite him to play live, and we pay. Now, the DJs, according to the number, they are the ones who arrange themselves. I will play for 1 hour, 30 minutes, different genres.
Yes.
So everybody can enjoy every kind of music that is available.
And they're playing your vinyls.
They are playing my vinyl. Okay, some DJs even come with their own.
And who's the audience?
The audience?
Yes.
You see, once it's made public,
yes,
there are people who will come in from outside the country.
For the Record Store Day?
Yeah. Wow. DJs from all over, music lovers rather, from all over the country, East Africa, they travel and come for it. We normally do it from 10 a.m. to 7. if we could be allowed by the authorities, it could go, let's say, like till morning.
Yes.
But now there's that limit, because you see, hosting an event is damn expensive. You use a lot of money on this and that and this and that, security, blah, 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 paying the artists. DJs, we normally don't pay DJs because they come there to showcase their skill.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's how they make money.
Okay.
The first one, once I did, I thought about it. I arranged with one particular DJ. His name is, his stage name is Sam the Digger. His name is Ombasa. I talked to him and another friend of mine, a lady from Italy. So we started planning. That first one, we had guests from I think it was something like 15 different countries. The last one we had, April this year, it was hectic. Have you ever planned an event that really makes you get real tired?
Yes. How many people? About how many attendees?
Should have been like 500 or more.
And do they pay to attend?
They don't pay. We don't charge entry charges. The reason is we do it just outside the shop and the market courtyard. You see, that's a place that can't be closed.
Yes.
So you rely on the goodwill of the whoever is coming. We make merchandise, earrings with our name.
I see.
This whatever. You see the name Ruhi there?
Yes.
T-shirts. Merchandise like we had, this time we had like, I think, over 10 different whatever items.
Plus the records, I would imagine.
Sorry?
Plus the records, people buy the records as well.
And you see, on Record Store Day, we discount a lot.
Okay.
You may know that we have records that were bought in the 80s and they have never been bought. 90s and they have never been bought. So we lower down the cost completely, certain sections. Now, guys can decide on what to take. It normally doesn't pay for planning that event because of it's like advertising.
Raising awareness about the show.
Awareness, kind of, yes.
The difference between a long play and this is what you call a short play?
That's a 7-inch.
Yes, this is a short play.
7-inch or 45.
Okay.
45 rounds per minute.
This does what? 45 rounds per minute?
Per minute.
Before you finish listening to the whole one. And the bigger one?
33 rounds per minute.
And
but the others, the older ones, like shellac, they go at 78 rounds per minute.
Okay. All right. As we're coming towards the end, Jimmy, you've been in this business now. You said you opened the store in 1989.
Yeah, I moved to
Kenyatta Market.
In 1989.
Yeah, but you actually started selling music in the 80s.
84.
84. So 41 years in business. So now you're handing over to the next generation, to your children.
The good thing is that they have agreed and they are passionate about it. Even restoration, I don't touch machines anymore myself. Nelly is in administration. Ndegwa is in the practicals.
The practicals being?
The technical work
of
restoration.
Of restoration of these.
You remember, a lot of people, there are things that happen in life that are bad for the society and they are good for some sections. The reason I'm saying that, during the lockdown, COVID lockdown, you see guys were almost entirely working from home. Others were not working, but they were supposed to stay at home always. Now, how do you entertain yourself? People found that they have records, they have record players that are not working. We were so busy during lockdown doing restoration. We even get massive record players shipped in from across the border for repair.
And you went on beyond record players. You've got televisions, phones.
No, televisions and phones. Those ones are, we let them out for deco.
I see.
One particular gramophone, the one that has a big horn.
Yes.
I had really looked for one for a very long time. Until a certain guy came over and told me, if you really want this, send somebody to Rawalpindi, Pakistan. You'll get one. So I contacted somebody. He contacted another one. That way. WhatsApp was there. So they did a photo and sent to me. I found it. That one with plus another phone, that dictator phone.
Yes.
Real antique. I bought them from Pakistan. I paid to somebody, he paid to somebody, to the original owner, and then it was
shipped.
But after that, I found other several.
And the dictator phone is which one? The one that you talk into a mic like this and you hold it like that? Yeah. Even I didn't see that one.
You come to the shop and have a look.
Wow. So those ones you just rent out, you don't sell?
No, we don't sell. Unless, of course, we have, like a gramophone, like particularly right now, we have some we can dispose if somebody is interested.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So the next generation, Degwa, Koi, they're in the business.
Yeah.
And you're looking to now handing the baton over to them.
No way out. But
what's your role now in the business?
I could say they have a lot of questions they want to ask me. Are we handling this one correctly? Where do you think we should place this one within the shop? Do we buy these very old guitars? Okay, they are learning, and they are quick learners. The good thing about it is that even the reviews by clients, it's hard to find somebody who does our review badly. Unless, of course, you see, there are some people who are, one particular person came to the shop. I was there personally. The kind of music he wanted from the expensive African section. Not any other place. Pricing, we disagreed. Once we disagreed, they disagreed with my assistants. He demanded to come to that I should intervene. So I told him, now, these girls are the ones who are selling the records, not myself. And you are not the one who is deciding the price. It is they who will decide the price. He did a very bad review. But of course, you don't expect everybody to clap for you.
Absolutely.
With them, they are doing well. I never hear clients calling me and telling me, now you have abandoned us. No.
Which allows you now to live
and
outside of Nairobi, and they're running the store.
And they're running well.
So the real Vining Guru has become the real Vining Guru and family.
We could say so.
Yeah.
And they're happy about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, we're going to move to a part of the podcast which we call Nitpicks on the Quick. We're just going to ask you 10 questions, and I want you to give me the answer that comes to mind immediately. Don't overthink it. It's very easy. It's your exam.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, are you an early riser or do you like to sleep in on weekends?
Late riser.
Late riser. Presently. Monday to Monday.
No, Monday to Friday.
Uh-huh.
But on weekends, it will depend on where I am.
Yes.
Whether I'm supposed to come here or not.
That leads me to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Text or phone call?
Text.
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Okay. Cooking a meal or going out for some nyama choma?
I don't cook. I have wives who does it for me.
Okay. Did you say wives or wife?
Wives.
Okay. All right. Mountains or the beach?
Beach, of course.
Why, of course?
For me.
Yes, but I thought you would like the mountain. You're from the mountain.
But I'm surrounded by the mountains,
Yes.
even where I live, in a place called
Yes.
Milimani.
Yes.
Mm.
When's the last time you were in the beach, by the way?
Over 10 years.
Okay. Travel back in time or fast forward your life?
Back in time.
Where would you go?
Back in time, I would go to all those places I've visited and I'm happy about.
Mm. What's your favorite Kenyan dish?
Mukimo. The mountain man.
Okay. What's your one thing that you always carry with you?
My cigarettes.
Okay. Not your phone.
Phone is not a must.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. What's your go-to stress reliever?
Farming.
Yeah. What's the most inspiring place you visited?
My shop.
I like that. Do you prefer to read a book, watch a movie, listen to music?
Listen to music.
That was quite obvious. Jimmy, you have been one of the most interesting guests we've had.
Yes.
And it's been a great pleasure hosting you. Thank you very much for coming.
Welcome. I'm always happy when sharing anything to do with music.
Yeah.
If you would like to have an idea of how music is good, is that the industry of music, if it was well protected by the law, was a great employer. But it is not today.
Mm.
Start from the instrument maker and the repairer. I mean instruments that play music. The guitarists, the pianists, the whatever, all those musicians, backups. And now the artists themselves, and the music is recorded, the distributors, the retailers. It was a great employer, which is not the case today. It's not the case today.
It's very sad. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. From gramophones to digital players, shellac records to vinyl LPs, Jimmy Rugami really is the real vinyl guru. An instinctive bounty hunter, Jimmy's gone to great lengths to build his formidable record stash. He's made a name and a living by turning this unique madness into both a business and a legacy. His unapologetically anti-piracy stance saw him hold the line on a technology many declared dead, only for it to rise again, embraced by connoisseurs and curious newcomers alike. Thanks for watching the Nitpicker podcast, where we share interesting stories about interesting people doing interesting things. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to find me, I'll be at Jimmy's shop in Kenyatta Market looking for a Manu Dibango record.